Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about my worst edible experience. I know I've been pretty open about my use of marijuana lately. I don't focus on censoring myself, but I'm also aware that I should make more content that has to do with all ages and not just people over 21 in California. Or anywhere else I can get it recreationally. Hell yeah. Or not. The story takes place when I am 18. It is fall 2014. I had just gotten back from taking myself backpacking in Europe. It's a whole bunch of stories on its own. I had just gotten home from this trip. I was feeling this intense desire for adventure and new experiences. Weirdly enough, I decided to take a trip to Greeley, Colorado to visit my friend Hannah. Hannah was a freshman at the time in college. I went to stay with her in her dorm. We had an amazing time. It was such a great trip. On the last night, she'd asked if I wanted to try edibles with her. And Hannah had always been kind of a goody two-shoes, for lack of better words, not in a snobby way or anything like that, just she was a good girl, TM. She wasn't the type to drink or smoke or party too hard, but she was still really fun, really goofy, really sarcastic, very funny. She's one of the coolest people I know, and that's not just to sit here and like suck her dick. I'm shocked that she wants to try edibles. I'm really excited. At this point, I had only smoked weed. I hadn't tried an edible before, and even then I had just started smoking maybe a year prior, and I wasn't a heavy smoker. It was like once every few months I would have half of the joint. Her being out of college, it wasn't difficult for us to find somebody who could get us an edible cookies and cream bar. He recommends, based on our size and based on the fact that we haven't done edibles before, that we should take 2 squares each. All right, you know best. I'll take that recommendation. It's a bad idea. I'll tell you right now, it's a horrible idea. Our plan for that night was to go get a couple sandwiches, then go see a movie, and then go to a party. We get our sandwiches, we sit down, we both are like, holy shit, it just hit us like a wall. If you've taken an edible before, you know that once it hits, that's just the beginning and you're fucked. We get to the movie theater. I remember being like, oh no, this is a really new feeling. I remember being so nervous and scared that people were gonna be able to tell I was high. I don't like authority. I don't like confrontation. I follow the rules. I'm a rule follower. I get anxious. Thank you. I remember being so high that I didn't even want to look at the cashier to give him my ticket. Messy. Hannah pulls me into the bathroom before the movie starts. She's starting to kind of freak out. She's splashing her face with water. She's panicking. I'm sitting there like, I need you to calm down because you're making me way higher. Like, stop. I start texting my friend who was the biggest stoner I knew. You know those people that you're like, they know how to be high. They've had a lot of crazy shit happen. Help. I'm like, answer the phone. Help me. I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do right now. He didn't answer. I put my phone in my purse, which at the time was a little backpack. I kind of forgot that I had even texted him almost instantaneously. Next thing I know, I wake up and Hannah's crying over me. Apparently I had passed out. I had almost hit my head on the counter, and she had saw what was happening out of the corner of her eye. I was leaning up against like where the hand dryers were, so I was like on the opposite wall of her. She caught me like right before my head hit the ground. She's crying. I'm waking up. While I'm laying there kind of taking in what the hell just happened, my back starts vibrating. My stoner friend that I had been blowing up starts calling me. I don't register that I had just put my phone in there or that I had been texting him, blowing him up. Totally forgot. Oh my God, my best friend's crying. I don't know what just happened. Did I just pass out? I'm not somebody who passes out. Now the world is vibrating. Holy shit, I'm way too high. I'm gonna fucking die. My parents are gonna kill me. I end up calming down. She ends up calming down a little bit. We go into the movie theater. We're like, we'll just fall asleep. We'll take a nap. We'll try to calm ourselves down. We went to go see Fox Hunter. I mean, I know I was high off my ass when I saw it, so I don't actually remember the movie. What I remember, it was the same colors the whole movie, and everything was monotone. It was the absolute worst movie I've ever seen in my life, and the worst movie you could ever see high. There is nothing going on. You're just like, holy shit, this is horrible. Like, what the fuck is going on? I remember trying to fall asleep, but feeling like getting the spins and feeling like I was gonna fucking die if I closed my eyes. So I was like, all right, I have to stay like this. I have a huge phobia of throwing up. I hate it. It's one of those things that I will fight against my body until I literally can't. I'm sitting there looking at Hannah and giving her this look of like, help me, and then just looking forward and projectile vomiting in this movie theater. I feel so horrible about that. No, there was nobody in front of me. Nobody else got hit by it. I'm sure everybody smelled it, which is disgusting. I'm so sorry. The guy sitting next to me handed me his cup. I bolted out of the theater, went straight to the bathroom, continued getting sick until I could finally get like a grip on reality a little bit. Then we went home and we went to sleep, and I got up like 3 hours later and had to get on an hour-long shuttle bus ride and then somehow make it through the airport, get on my plane, and go home. That was my first edible experience, and it was a very exciting one at that. Because I knew I wanted to tell this story, I'd asked you guys, what are some of your worst weed experiences? Yikes. The very first time I smoked, I tried fighting a door. I made my own edibles, had to phone a friend to drive me home. I was home. I was on my 5th blunt yesterday and I was so high I swallowed a roach. Oh my god! Made brownies and ate the batter as I went. As soon as they were out of the oven, I ate one, immediately on another planet from the batter. Then the brownie kicked. So fucked up I threw my phone in my room, detail cleaned every inch of my childhood home. Left my friend's house, who was 15 minutes away. It took me an hour to get home. I got so lost. I know you guys don't care that I made myself this little plate. I love corn dogs. Like way too much. So where was I? Got so high off an edible, I laid down in the middle of the door frame face first for 2 hours. Why? Convinced my dog was talking to me and then proceeded to attempt to eat my pillow. Turned into the literal exorcist, couldn't speak, didn't recognize my friends, threw up. What? I know the person that sent that. What are you talking about? I spent like 8 hours smoking with my friends, started at midday and finished around 8 p.m. when I decided to go home. On my way home, I could hear a buzzing over my head and was like, what the fuck, am I tripping? That sounds like an alien to me. Long story short, I was so high, I convinced myself a spaceship was following me. Sprinted the fuck home, didn't want to get abducted. A few days later, I was walking at night and realized, fuck man, it's just the street lights. OMG, seeing Get Out with no clue what it is about after smoking and drinking THC soda. That sounds fucking horrible. LA parking structure, 2 friends. So high my memory reset each heartbeat, but I understood Russian? What the fuck? My very first edible high, I was in the dorms and I was in my bed about to go to sleep when I started barking at my roommate. We were not friends. And she woke up because she was sleeping when I started barking, started screaming about the shadows on the wall behind her. I vividly remember laying back down slowly and whispering, the shadows behind you. And then my roommate yelled at me the next day and said if I couldn't handle myself, I needed to move. I think that's all I'm gonna share today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna enjoy my corn dog and I hope you have a good quarantine. Bye!